I'm back with another Front Row Talk podcast, the podcast with expensive opinions. Before I get started, make sure you guys subscribe, you like, you comment, you share. As you can see, this is episode 57. With 57 episodes in, make sure you check the description down below so you could go check out the TikTok for the podcast and my Instagram. So make sure you go interact with those. Alright, before we even get started, make sure you tune into last episode 56, where I talked about AI, where I talked about Twitter. I had my friend up here, we was talking about that. Make sure you tune into the episode before that. But as you can see by the title, I'm going to be talking about the NBA, I'm going to be talking about the NFL. I feel like it's too much going on in the sports world for me to, really not talk on it or not, give my opinion on it. So, yeah. Yesterday was a big day for the NBA. Today was a big day for the NFL. And yeah, so, I'm going to just be giving my opinions for the second round of the NBA playoffs. And I'm going to talk about the NFL, Lamar Jackson's contract, and all of that. So, yeah. To get started, it's a lot since the last time I talked about the NBA and my predictions. But, Nuggets advanced as expected. They won in 5 games. Suns advanced. It was unfortunate that Kawhi got injured. Kawhi was playing. The series was very interesting. I feel like he stays healthy, and definitely that could have probably won 7 games. And with Paul George, that's even more of a chance for the Clippers to win. But Suns won in 5. Like I said, it's unfortunate Kawhi got injured. What other series? Then you got Warriors and Kings. My take is Asian like fine wine. I said Warriors in 6. I didn't expect the Kings to go up 2-0, but I still live by my take. I was talking to some people, and of course, when the Kings went up, people was trying to question certain things, or but I didn't backtrack. I stood 10 toes to my pick, and we won each and every game, as I said. And we still got one more game to go. So the reason why I'm talking about the second round is because if I wait till next week's episode, the second round is already probably gonna be in second game of the second round. So I was just like, let me talk on it before it actually starts and give my predictions. So yeah, like I said, I got Warriors finishing it out tomorrow. This podcast is gonna be up tomorrow. They will be playing tomorrow. It's an early game as well. So I think they're gonna finish it out in 6. I don't think Warriors is gonna let it get to 7 games. Props to the Kings though, a very good team. You have people who aren't even Kings fans going for the Kings because some people just don't like the Warriors. I guess people have their reasons, but shout out to D Fox. This could still go 7 games, but like I said, I'm a level on my take, so I think it stays 6 games. If it goes 7 games, I still got us in 7, but I'm not even gonna put that out there. We're gonna win in 6. Probably we're gonna get a classic game 6 Clay. Who knows? And then we got Lakers and Memphis. Lakers and Memphis. I'm just trying to think about the bracket in my head. I think they're going to game 6 now. If that goes game 7, that's interesting because then that means that they go back to Memphis. That means that Memphis has home court, of course, home court advantage. If I'm not mistaken, Ja Morant missed the game, which sucks, with the hand injury. I think he's still playing injured. Of course, I'm not expecting him to, heal so quickly. But, respects to Ja Morant because, he's still out there. He's doing what he has to do, to try to advance to the second round and eliminate LeBron. But, I said Lakers in 6. I'm going to stand on that. Like I said, if Lakers lose tomorrow, that's pretty tough because then it's like game 7. It's anybody's game, and I've said that with year in and year out with the playoffs. But I got Lakers tomorrow. Yeah, so I got the Lakers winning tomorrow. If Memphis wins though, I wouldn't say it's an upset because a lot of people have Memphis winning. Like, the favorites are Memphis, but it's like at the end of the day, it's LeBron, it's AD. Like, they're also like big dogs and stuff like that. So, like I said, got Lakers winning tomorrow, closing it out. I got us winning tomorrow, closing it out, and then yeah, moving on to the East. In the East, what happened in the East? Yeah, 76ers won game 5 in 5 games. I lied. 4 games. 4 games. They swept the Nets. You had a game, if I'm not mistaken, where I think it was the last game, Embiid didn't even play. And I didn't expect the sweep. I expected, Philly in 5, but I still had them coming out. The Nets is a good team. I just feel like they're not good enough to beat Embiid and Harden and them. So then you got okay. Then you got Knicks and Cavs. Shout out New York City. That's where I'm from. I did not expect Knicks to win in 5 games. They surprised everybody. And, I feel like the Knicks got a good chance to go to the Eastern Conference Finals or maybe the finals. I don't want to get too ahead of myself, but, they're going against the Heat. Wait, before I even talk about the Heat and Bucks, because that was different. Shout out to Brunson. Shout out to everybody. Randall didn't perform how I thought he would perform, but they're still in it. They're not eliminated yet. He got injured, but hopefully he'll be good going into the second round. And they'll be facing the Miami Heat. The Heat eliminated the Bucks, and if I'm not mistaken, in the last not the last episode, but the last episode on the channel where I talked about, where I give my predictions with my man's Rico, we said that the Bucks was winning that in 5 or 6. Or at least I said that. I had the Bucks order, because I didn't expect Giannis to get hurt. I didn't expect him to miss a game. And if I'm not mistaken, the game that he did miss, the Bucks won. So it's like, but still having Giannis set out, doesn't favor you because he's the best player on the team. So, but shout out Jimmy Butler. I mean, yesterday's game, that shot he hit to force overtime, that was just crazy. Like, and if I'm not mistaken, he went for 40, 45 plus. That was tough. That was an upset because it's the 8th seed beating the 1st seed. You never think that's really going to happen. And it happened. So, I mean, play of Jimmy Buckets, whatever you call him, Michael Jordan's son, whatever you call him, I respects to him because, he's really, really tough. And as I'm making the episode today, right now, in a couple of minutes, it's going to be Celtics and Atlanta. I got Celtics closing it out today in 6. But Trey, came in clutch game 5 without DeJounte Murray and forced the game 6. Like I said, if same thing with Memphis and Lakers. If ATL forces a game 7, I still got the Celtics, but it's like you never really want to go there because then it's like it's just too much, and like there's no room for error in a sense, or you're out of here, you're eliminated, especially for the Boston Celtics, a team who was just in the finals. So I got Celtics closing it out today, meaning that they'll face Philly, but I don't want to get, I'm just before I even get to that prediction, going back to what was it? Miami and Knicks. Miami and Knicks. I got the Knicks. I'm going for the Knicks, and I'm not underestimating the Heat, but I'm going for the Knicks because I don't know if Bam Adebayo is really going to step up how he may need to. I mean, Jimmy Butler's going to do his thing. Respects to Jimmy, like I said, but, if Randall step it up, of course, that also matters for the Knicks, but Brunson and Jimmy going to go at it. I just feel like the Knicks is more deep than Miami. So I got the Knicks. I got the Knicks probably in 6 games. That could go 7, but I'm going for the Knicks. And I'm no Knicks fan, but I know Knicks fans, and every Knicks fan is hype right now. And, I respect it. Now, Philly and Celtics, of course, this is me talking as if, Celtics closed out Atlanta today. I might have to go Celtics. I feel like they have better defense than Philly. I feel like they're not gonna stop Embiid, but I'm just giving the edge to the Celtics because they're deep. I feel like they're deeper than Philly, even though Philly is a pretty good deep team. But what I mean by deep is like, people off the bench, just if you know what deep means, you know what it means. And I just feel like I got Celtics winning that. So yeah, that'll be so out of Miami and Knicks, I got Knicks, and then I got Celtics. Then that'll probably be the Eastern Conference Finals. Um, I don't really want to say. I'm gonna make a whole, so expect another video where I break that down. Of course, that's my two teams that's gonna be in the Eastern Conference Finals. But expect another, video just like this, where I actually talk on what really happened. So we're gonna see if my take age for those teams. Now going to the West, I got Lakers and Warriors. Like I said, I got Lakers in 6, so I'm expecting them to close out tomorrow. I got us closing out tomorrow. I honestly think we could beat the Lakers in 6 games. It's a lot of people saying that they got the Warriors over the Lakers. But of course, there's a lot of people that are going to be saying, they got the Lakers over the Warriors. And the reason why I got us is because I feel like as a team, we have more experience than the Lakers. But of course, the Lakers got LeBron. And LeBron is probably like the most experienced player in the league actively. Like he's been doing it for 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 years. So, that experience, with the experience, but like, that's what I'm saying. Like, LeBron ain't on the court that long, but of course, he's still going to be coaching his team. So, it's like, I can't really go the experience route. But I just got this because I feel like Steph, Clay, and Dre, they're going to, like, turn it up a notch. Then it's like, I feel like our defense is. I feel like every game we play, we get better, and that's scary because if you're playing the Warriors when they're clicking, I feel like nobody could really see us. I got us in 6. I don't think we'll let it go 7. Of course, I'm a Warriors fan, so it may seem a bit biased, but yeah, man, I expect LeBron to turn it up. He hasn't been playing the best. He's been a bit passive against the Grizzlies. But I expect him to turn up as well against us because he knows what's at stake. I mean, this is not the first time Curry and LeBron have faced each other. They've been doing it for years. So I got us in 6 though. We get home court advantage finally. We was not the best, road team this year. The record says it, but it's fun though. I feel like we gonna click. I feel like Clay, Wiggins is gonna be big in that series. Curry's gonna be Curry. Draymond is going. Hopefully he turn it up too. So everybody knows what's up, what's in the table. Same thing on the Lakers end, and maybe some Lakers fans watching this, and I know you're gonna disagree because you got the Lakers, but we're gonna see how that goes. And yeah, so then it'll be. I don't have the Warriors going to Western Conference now. The Nuggets and the Suns. This is an interesting one because I personally believe that the Suns don't got no depth. I mean, off the starting 5 is really. I feel like their bench is not as good as people think. And that first series against the Clippers showed it. I mean, you have Kevin Durant playing 43, 44 minutes. You have Devin Booker playing the same amount of time. You got CP3 playing 35, 36, 37 minutes. And that's fine, but when it's every game, it's like, damn, like, these guys need those, their starting 5 basically to be out there each and every minute of the game to close out. And even without Kawhi in one of the games, if I'm not mistaken, Clippers almost took that game as well. So it just shows, like, those main guys aren't really resting. And, I don't wish injury upon no player. That's not what I'm hinting at. But it's just more so you want your players to be well rested, because it's a 7-game series. It's not a 1 or 2 game series. So with that, I mean, that could go 7. I don't know if it will be. If it will go 7, but I had the Suns against the Clippers. Yeah. But I'm going to have to go Nuggets I think I'm gonna go Nuggets, and that's when Aaron Gordon comes into play. I feel like he's gonna be an important role. Jamal Murray takes them. If he perform, he takes them far as well. So it's gonna be tough. It's really gonna be tough. I mean, you got Kevin Durant and Devin Booker on the other team, and I feel like D-Book plays his best alongside Kevin Durant. So, but yeah, I got Nuggets. I got Nuggets in I got Nuggets in 6 or 7. I got them in 6 or 7. But if it goes the other way around, I feel like it'll be, Suns in the same amount of games. Jokic got to turn up. Jokic definitely got to turn up. And then, that'll leave the Warriors and the Suns, or the Warriors and the Nuggets in the Western Conference Finals. But I don't really want to answer that yet, because I'm going to do a whole different video when, the actual, what actually happens in the second round. Alright, now that I broke down my second round prediction, now we're gonna move into the NFL. It's a big day for the NFL. Especially if you're a Ravens fan, if you're a Lamar Jackson fan. Earlier, I had woke up from a nap, and then, I had seen that, the Ravens actually paid Lamar. He's the highest paid player in NFL history, if I'm not mistaken. His contract was like $260 million for 5 years. I was hyped. It was a point in time where I was doubting if he stays with us, because there's a lot of people going back and forth. Or do they pay him? Do they not? They should have been paid him. They're not gonna pay him. Social media analysts doing their things, and I can't really hate them for that. But it happened. He got paid on draft day. There's rumors out there. If you already don't know, Odell Beckham is in a roster for the Baltimore Ravens. But he's not the youngest guy, but he's experienced. He's won Super Bowls. He's won a Super Bowl. And who wouldn't want Odell on their team? He's not the youngest, like I said, but he's experienced. And it's rumors that the Baltimore Ravens may grab DeAndre Hopkins, D-Hop. If that happens, it's going to be scary hours. It's really going to be scary. Just because it's like, it's always been said that the Ravens, all they need is wide receivers, somebody to catch the ball. And they've been good at the quarterback position. In my opinion, I feel like they had a top 5 defense last year, this past season. If Lamar plays that game against the Bengals, I think they win. So there's a lot of things but now that they're making the moves, and like I said, rumored to happen. If D-Hop comes, D-Hop is a player with 71 career touchdowns and over 11,000 yards, so that speaks for itself. There's a lot of other teams who want D-Hop too. If I'm not mistaken, it's the Chiefs, the Bills, the Titans. So we're gonna see who grabs him. We're gonna see who gets their hands on him and put them on the roster. But if you got Lamar with D-Hop, OBJ, Bateman, it's gonna be scary. Trust me. It's something that I'm looking forward to. It's something that I'm hyped for. I'm just already hyped that Lamar is staying with Baltimore for 5 more years. And yeah, so if you're a Ravens fan, if you're a Lamar fan, today's a very good day for you. Now moving on to the draft. As I'm making this video right now, the draft is going on. The NFL draft is going on. And, I'm missing whoever's being drafted to make the video. But I did get to catch the first draft. The first person who was drafted, and that was Bryce Young to the Panthers. And that's going to be interesting because there's a lot of doubt around his name. There's a lot of doubt what he could bring to the table, because of his height. And, just everybody, it's not the first time a player's been doubted coming into the NFL. But we're going to see what he brings to the table for them. We're going to see how his career goes. Hopefully, he stays healthy. Hopefully, he does what he has to do. Hopefully, they surround him with the people that he needs, for him to compete. There's a bunch of other players that are being drafted that I'm looking forward to as well. If I'm not mistaken, Houston had the 2nd draft pick. or third, second or third. So it's a lot going on. The Ravens have the 22nd draft pick. I think they have one in the 30s, first round too, and then I think they have some in the second round. I don't know if I'm correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what I really have to say. I can't wait for the NFL season to start. Just me personally seeing Lamar get to play. Hopefully he stays healthy. Hopefully Odell stays healthy, and hopefully that D Hop. Probably by the time y'all seeing this, we gonna know where D Hop lands, because he's somebody. Everybody's saying you should have a, who you should look out for, because there's a lot of people that want him. So we gonna see what happens. Hopefully, he does end up in a Raven jersey. That's gonna be scary. People may not want to admit it, but we gonna see how it goes. We still gotta see how their chemistry is, or how they play when they in the field. But that's really it for this episode. Expect more episodes like this talking about sports, because like I said, there's a lot going on in the sports world right now. We still got a whole bunch of basketball, and that's something I like to talk about, something I love to talk about. But that's really it for this episode. Make sure you subscribe, you like, you comment, you share. Make sure you share this with a friend. Make sure you check the description below. Check the Instagram, check the TikTok, where I upload clips of each and every episode. Make sure you subscribe. We're 23 subscribers away from 100 subscribers, so make sure you subscribe, share this video, do what you gotta do, show love, and yeah, your boy Salsita is out.